We are back with another episode of All Bells, No Whistles. I am here with Dr. Max and his spine, and I'm pretty stoked to dive into this. So, how are you today?
I'm doing awesome. It's a little gloomy, but it is what it is.
Cool. I dig it. Well, let's chat. Let's dive right in. You played 4 years of soccer at Baker University locally. When you went to Baker, what'd you study? Were you like me, where you went just for the sport, or did you actually study things too?
A little bit of both. So soccer dragged me to Baker, but I studied exercise science, and I knew that's kind of the path I wanted to go going into college, no matter where I went. But as it turned out, Baker had a phenomenal exercise science program that really shaped my mind and shaped pretty much how I practice today.
Nice. So when you decided, when soccer forced you to go to Baker, and then you decided exercise science, what was the plan then? Was it always chiropractic, or were you thinking strength coach, performance coach? Had no idea?
I had no idea. So
Okay.
I'd been around strength conditioning for probably about 8 years before going to college. I loved it. I loved the aspects of biomechanics, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I was thinking med school. Did I want to be a PT, a strength conditioning coach? I didn't even think about chiropractic until probably my sophomore year, where I saw the scope of practice that it offered, and it really drew me to be able to, one, help people get out of pain, but also have the ability to help them get stronger in the weight room, be more confident in the weight room. Um, so I didn't know, and I'd never had that one moment that really clicked and made me go that route. It just kind of naturally happened, and I'm super glad it did.
So you mentioned scope of practice. Can you dive in just like a little deeper? So like what would the scope of practice from a chiropractic standpoint, how would that be different than kind of where just the traditional exercise science was taking you?
As a chiropractor, I can see any sorts of population, and with mostly state laws, but also national laws, I have a really wide range of things that I can do, and at any in any state, I can be a point of service provider, meaning that I can see that patient without a referral from an MD or an orthopedic surgeon or anything like that. Um, where I saw some issues with physical therapy is that you don't always get that in all the states. You do in Kansas, luckily, and that's awesome. It should be that way. But I saw that I was able to take any patient, any person, and help them through a variety of different ways, whether that be manipulation, dry needling, or what I like to do a lot is just take people through exercises in the gym and rehab them instead of spending a lot of time in the treatment room.
And I've noticed that in your work with me. So do you feel like working in this space that is, not just soccer, but we're about 90% soccer athletes that come through here. So the athletes that are going to be seeing you through this space, how do you feel like your experience as a soccer player coming from the exercise science at Baker to now treating as a chiropractor, how do you feel like all of that comes together to help soccer players in pain or get out of pain?
Mm-hmm. So playing for 4 years, playing since I was 4 years old, it gives athletes in here, especially soccer athletes, that sense of confidence that they can ask me questions about soccer, about pain, about movement, that they might not get elsewhere. And you've put together an incredible staff here that pretty much have all played through college, played a really high level, that they all these athletes can ask questions in all these different areas. And my experience with playing soccer through college, exercise science, being around strength conditioning, working with you guys, um, it gives me a vote of confidence to work with these patients or these athletes, but it also can help them feel the same way, whether it be getting out of pain, moving better, or just in season, out of season recovery that we can work on, whether it just be gaining mobility through their ankles or their hips or anything like that they want to work on, and that we could spend some time on, and I can send them home with some stuff as well.
Right on, man. I love it. So you're pretty active on Instagram.
Yep.
Way better me making reels. So what kind of content are you putting out on social media?
Yep. So I try to do a little bit of both, of pretty simple exercises that anybody can do, but I also like to add some deeper education and deeper thought in some of my reels. So I want you to be able to take some information, like an easy exercise for back pain, but whole knowing that there's a lot more that goes into that.
Mm-hmm.
And you might see the next reel I post is more about what dry needling is and all the different aspects of it. And some of that might go over some of your heads, but not in a bad way. I'm just trying to show you that there's certain levels to everything I post.
Yeah, I dig it. So we'll post that Instagram link. But for those just listening and want to jump right on without following the link, where can they find you?
Explorer_motion is my Instagram handle. It's where I make everything happen. It's where I'm the most active. So if you ever have a question, you can reach out, DM me on there, and it also has a link to my website and my scheduling website as well.
Okay. So to schedule with you through the website, Instagram to the website, what's the best way for them to raise their hand and be like, I think you might be able to help me get out of this certain pain? What's the quickest way?
Go to my website, exploremotionkansas.com or ks.com, and then you can schedule an appointment. I offer discovery visits, which are free of charge. We just spend 30 minutes talking about you, your goals, and how I can help you become the person you want to be.
Right on, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on.